Alright, I'll be going over the market maker strategy, or how I like to use it per se. Pretty much all I do is put on a 15-minute chart. I do my markups, trend line channels if need be. I got some support and resistance areas right here and one right here. They do a couple more markups, you know, stuff like that. And I got just a minor support, minor resistance. Let's see if I can move it here. There we go, right here. And another one right here. Alright. Now pretty much how I use it is, and I still look for my M's and my W's. But in the sense of the MACD, I use that for momentum, pretty much. Okay, so when you get a cross of the MACD like you did, let's say you got a little teeny bitty, itty teeny weeny cross right here. Got a cross right there, momentum is dropping. Also, a cross of the TDI. Don't just go in for a sell right there. Wait for price to come back up and to test that high again. Okay, at that support that you drew in. All right, that's why support resistance is very important. And then on the second leg of the MACD dropping, it's going to drop, come back, touch this line, and then it's going to drop again. And that's when you want to get in on that second leg and just ride it down and put your trailing stop in. Okay, that's what you want to do there. Boom, until your trend line, pretty much, or your support and resistance, whichever one that hits first, pretty much. And then you just want to follow it on the TDI also. And it gets close to this overbought line right here. It's oversold line. I mean, let's go ahead and get out the trade. Very simple, you know. Same process: accumulation, overshoot pattern, collapse or uprise, either or, come down, reverse. That's it. That's all the market maker strategy is. Okay, here, this is a much better example. Same price, boop, shoot up. You're like, okay, I'm gonna get in that buy because it hit my support area, my resistance area. Boom, my support area right there. It hit it. But don't just get in yet because as you can see, it didn't fully even cross the support area. Okay, still in the Asian session. Okay, price came back down, tested, came back down, made a little micro mini M right there. Boop, boop. Okay, ended it with a candle pattern. You could have got in on that drop for 16 pips. Got out right there on your trend line. See how it crossed the TDI? Boom. Came back up and then crossed back up again. Okay? Divergence. Okay, that's divergence at its finest. How you say, let's mark up some divergence. Okay? Got a trend line going downwards. But your MACD is going upwards. Okay? The same as your TDI. It's going upwards. Okay? And it's oversold. Time to buy. Okay? As soon as it crosses back up, that's your signal to go right here. That candle pattern or this candle pattern, whichever one. This one or that one. Whichever one, your entry is going to be in the same hour. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's an hour. Okay, that's your entry zone right there. Kill zone. Okay, come up, come down. Boom, kill zone right here. Perfect entry for a kill zone. And I also cross this market sentiment line. Okay, guys? Came back up. As you can see, came up, went down, bounced off the market sentiment. It didn't cross back through it. Okay? And then it came up. Boom. Shut up. Now, if you would have got in here, the perfect kill zone, and got out maybe, let's say, there, 22 pips. I'm thinking of a standard lot. I often say $225, but that's a standard lot. That's what you would have got, $225. Okay? Now, let's say you rolled that up all the way, withheld that little pullback to the previous support area. Boom. Have another pullback. Boom. Mind you, the MACD momentum already crossed over the zero line. You already above, so you have nothing to worry about. Okay? Nothing. Unless you get a clear invalid cross back down. Okay? You have nothing to worry about. In this trade, you had nothing to worry about up until about right here. Okay? That's why having your support and resistance is very important also. Okay, so as you can see, you can follow that up, follow it off that bounce, boom. And you start getting divergence right here. Okay? Start getting a slope in the TDI, not divergence, I'm sorry. Start getting a slope in the TDI here. Boom. Okay? It's time to get out. So let's see how many pips you could have got. Couple pullbacks. 1, 2, 3 shots up. You want to get out on that third shoot up. If it's a third shoot up, you want to get out on that one. Okay? 70 pips. $700 on a standard lot. For holding it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding it for 9 hours. Okay? You would have got $700. Alright? 9 hours of work. $700. Now that's a regular. Some people work 12 hours, some people work 10 hours, some people work 8 hours at their job. Okay, at their job. A lot of people work 14, 16 hours at their job. It's almost a whole day. That's insanity. And they're not making nearly as much as you made just now in one day, in one trade, one smart trade. One smart trade is all it takes to kickstart your account. One trade a day is all you need to kickstart your account. Okay? $700. $700 in one trading session, in one day of work. Multiply that by 4. 7, 14, 21, $2,800 in a week. Every week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Say 8, 8, 16, 9, $10,000 in a month. Okay? 10,000 in a month if you just trade this simple way. Simple, very simple. Patience. Patience and having eyes to just use your eyes. You don't need any robots. You don't need any expert advisors. You don't need anything but your eyes. Divergence. Divergence. Bow. Bow. It's time to go. MACD agreeing. Bow. When the MACD and the TDI agree on the direction and your chart doesn't, it's time to get in that direction. Period. Simple. Very simple. Let's see if we can find another example before this timer runs out. Some divergence. See if we can find another example here. And we got another example here. Alrighty. And since we already have our trend line starting, I'm not going to draw another line. Here, boom, divergence. Bow. MACD clearly agrees with the TDI. When you have a relationship between the MACD and the TDI, you're good. You're golden. You're golden. Okay? When you got a relationship between the MACD and the TDI, you are golden. Dead. differs between your charts, that is the signal to get in. That is the signal to get in. It doesn't matter where you are time wise. These boxes are just for pure help. They're not guidelines as to you are supposed to trade at the end of this session, at the beginning, in the middle. No. You can trade anytime you want to make profit. These are merely guideline boxes as to what session you are in. Asian session, New York American session. The London European session is here, but it's not highlighted. I got that turned off because it'd be too much. It'd be too much for my eyes. I just don't want to look at three boxes. I know that's the European session for sure. It's in the middle. Okay. Clear relationship. Boom. Bow. Go up. Let's see. And it hit your trend line. And you got a spinning top. Bow. For confirmation. Right? Now let's see by the bow. You're done trading. $250 for the day. You're done. You're done. You don't have to trade anymore. You're done. You didn't even need to find a M or anything like that. You didn't even need to find that. Okay? That one was simple. Divergence. Very simple. Very, very simple spot. If you're not going off divergence, go on chart patterns. Either A or B. Candle patterns, divergence. Here's an M. Boom. Boom. Here you got a cross from the TDI, foul, and the cross from the MACD. Boom. See what candle that happened on. This one right here, you're going to enter on that one. Okay. Roll that down to your support, or you could actually roll that down to this here trend line. That's why I got trend lines drawn up and support and resistance drawn up, not just having this mmm template. It's very important. Have your trend lines, have your support resistance. Don't just have the template and think you're okay. Draw your other fundamentals. Draw your other fundamentals in. Bow, you're done. Get out when it hits that trend line. If you don't, you're an idiot. Get out. $570. Okay? $570. Boom. In a time span of a day and a half, 570 plus 250 is 567, 750. Let's say 825, something like that. 825, boom, 850, something like that. 825, I say. Bow. Come on. It's that simple, people. It's that simple. Don't make it so hard. Do not make it hard. Don't. Please don't. Trading is not meant to be hard. It's meant to be it's meant for a different type of person, should I say. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say about that. It's meant for a different type of person. For more in-depth help, just hit me up. Got a Facebook, got an Instagram, just hit me up. Hit my inbox, just let me know. I do one-on-one consultations, one-on-one lessons, I do live streaming, I do all that. Just hit me up.